Go.
Okay, so when we were thinking about the problem, we found three main things that we wanted to address in closing the educational gap and giving access to technology. And the first problem was that looking economic, everything aside, there's students that lack motivation. And when they lack motivation, it's going to keep them from achieving their potential, and they're going to keep not taking advanced courses and working hard, and that's going to widen the educational gap. The second problem is lack of transportation and accessibility to technology. So those are the students that don't have a computer at home, that have a lot of things going on in their family life, and are not able to continue to learn the technology, use the technology, which then also puts them at a disadvantage. And the third problem is that the community centers that are doing things to help these children don't have the means to spend a lot of money to pay for solutions. So, in thinking about all those problems, enter
Edutar. Edutar is a developer of educational games and software and software management system. And this is the special thing about it. It's coupled with an online community. So, describing a little bit about the online community. Currently, right now, children under the age of 12 in primary school and middle school play a lot of online games on these online communities. So an example would be Club Penguin, Webkins. I have a little sister. So they spend hours on that. There are over 1 million users online playing those games. Recently, Club Penguin, a couple of years ago, Disney bought Club Penguin for $500 million. So it's definitely a huge market, and there are a lot of people there. So what we're going to do with this software is our bread and butter would be providing this management system that tracks users of the communities, of the schools, how much they use the video games, the educational games, track their time online doing educational work in the community. So this way it builds up points, and these points will be used in the online community. So currently the model is play games, you win money. But our model is you learn, you win money. And then you can buy your avatar, build yourself. Yeah, your virtual money, sorry. Your virtual money to build these things. So, our target market is public schools and private schools, middle schools primarily, across the nation. And our value added is to help students who lack the motivation to do this, or have difficulty in taking information in traditional means through a teacher and a lecture. They need a different type of engagement tool. So that solves two problems. So given the market, we will be settling making profit. And then this is where the David Green model comes into play, where the profit, the margin that we have, we take some of it, subsidize another program that Levester will be talking about now. And
we like David Green did. He demystified the cost and technology to make it more accessible to people who are in need, who can't afford them. So public school, as you know, as you can tell, have like a limited budget. So and our target also would be to sell to public schools as well, and we would subsidize the price to public schools and at the same time we would keep the price the same at a regular market price to private institutions, because they are able to buy, it's in the budget to buy. Also, we would provide advanced transportation, postage advantage for these public schools, because it's we have the fund. From the private schools, we receive money, profits back to our venue, ventures, to help postage advance, for the drivers. If the public schools cannot afford drivers, we can reach out to the local community and call, such as social communities, who will provide volunteers to help drive the vans. It's one thing to just provide a van to a school and not have any drivers to drive it. So we would reach out to the local community in order for them to come pick up the students to and from school, after school programs like this.
And the van would also be Wi-Fi, so they could play Avatar while on there.
Nice.
Okay, so basically, we feel like this idea is feasible, not only because there's a market that would be really attracted to using it, but also because it would help them at the same time. And basically, we're addressing the need for resources of money to fund transportation and access to internet, and we're serving that at the same time. So kids are learning and getting internet access, and the software itself is appealing to the schools who are buying it. And so it kind of like, it solves the problem and feeds it at the same time. So that's why we feel like it would be a sustainable model and attractive to schools. They would want to purchase it, and obviously the kids would want to do it. I remember last week when you were telling us about the kids, you were saying they like Facebook and all the games and everything, so I'm pretty sure like we can rely on kids wanting to use these programs.
Well, I guess for questions now.
Yeah.